Scott asks, does the Bible give any instruction as to whether we are to avoid doing business with people of other religions? For instance, eating in restaurants owned by Muslims, etc. Well, I'm so glad you asked that, Scott, because there is some confusion about this, about how we are to relate to people of other religions who are not like us. Now, the Bible does instruct us not to be unequally yoked. You will find that phrase in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. But that phrase has only to do with being in close partnership. You know what a yoke is when you can't get away from each other. And so that means it refers to close partnership, whether it be in marriage or it be in even dating or in business partnership. And this has a very practical reason, because when it comes to making decisions together, if you're yoked with someone who doesn't have the same values, there would very likely be a conflict. Ephesians 5:7 simply says, don't be partners with them. On the other hand, the Bible tells us that Jesus did not want us only to associate or do business with Christians. In John chapter 17, verse 15, Jesus prays to the Father, I do not pray that you would take them, that means us, he's praying for his disciples, that you would take them out of the world. Why? Because he wants us, the reason we're still here is to mix in the world. In fact, he instructs us to go into all the world, making disciples of all nations. So I don't ask what religion my grocer is, but I would like to meet those at the store in order to be friendly, and I hope to represent Jesus to them. We don't need to keep our light under a bushel. That's another thing Jesus told us. You don't light a light to put it under a bushel. So we don't just associate with people who are like us in little cloistered groups. As a matter of fact, the more relationships you can build with people not like yourself, the greater the chance is that they will associate your kindness and your love with your Lord. And they might want to know more about him.